Weather is absolutely rubbish still, so you see I've got my wellies on today in the woods. I want to start by telling you a little story. Now, after one intergalactic session, Justin and I and a few friends were trying to have a conversation about what the purpose of Dimitri would be. Like, what is its purpose? Why is it so abundant in nature and found, so frivolously and frequently across the globe in plants and animals? And we were trying to think of the scientific statement of Occam's razor, and we just couldn't think of Occam's razor. We could kind of get the ethos that the simplest explanation is usually the right one, but we just couldn't think of the scientific term Occam's razor. So hold on to that, because at the end of this video I am going to give you a kicker that will absolutely blow you away, and it still does to this day blow me away. So just hold on to the end of the video and I'll give you that intel. The Dimitri does elicit synchronicities. It's kind of like the more sessions you have, the more frequently synchronicities seem to come to bear. So why should there be this really simple molecule that, when consumed, reliably takes you to an alternate dimension with a high enough dose, where you can pretty much reliably meet what appear to be higher intelligences wanting to show you things, give you information, are happy that you're there, sometimes a little bit scary obviously, but generally happy that you're there, can't believe that you've made the journey, can't believe that you found the key. This is what I'm talking about now, the key. Can't believe you found the key to unlocking this experience, and that you kind of get this vibe that you've been there before, you'll go there again. It's more real than real, that this, when you wake up, this reality, this current waking state of reality is the illusion, and that the DMT space is the architecture behind this reality, and that those entities are the architects. So that's the ethos. And you think, what if you look at Occam's razor, what's the simplest explanation? Is the simplest explanation that this is just a coincidence, that this molecule transcends, human consciousness, or human consciousness transcends when undertaking this simple molecule reliably across cultures and ages, that human beings will transcend and have a transcendent experience, and will meet higher intelligences who want to tell them things, who want to show them things. What is more likely, what is more probable, that the simplest explanation is usually the right one? Or is it just a coincidence that this molecule has this effect and it's just a drug experience and it doesn't mean anything, it's all bullshit? Even though, you as the conscious entity having that experience, and bear in mind, your conscious experience is really the only experience that you can knowably know that you can count on, is that you are having an experience of some kind, and therefore you have this this experience that, like I said, you transcend time and space and meet gods and aliens and so on and so forth. And now that to me is the simplest explanation, that this molecule has been put here for us to find, right? And this is Dr. Gallimore's theories that that we're in some kind of cosmic game, that we are meant to find DMT, that a civilization that becomes technologically sufficient enough will be able to carry out scientific experiments and end up isolating specific molecules and end up isolating DMT and then having the experience and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like Occam's razor. What's the simplest explanation? Just a big coincidence, doesn't mean anything, just a drug experience, or everybody has similar experiences, they're very profound, they stay with you forever, you are reliably having an experience as a conscious entity, and therefore your consciousness has changed and therefore it has changed you, and fundamentally that's all really that you know, right? Or all any of us know. So let's take it from the perspective that that it's been put here, okay? And then you kind of go into situations where a higher dimensional entity looking in on our three-dimensional space, maybe an architect of this reality, decides to play a little game and pops the key in the code for us to find. Now, I'm going to kind of take this over to a different space for a minute, where we are all just, involved in this UAP situation, that these interdimensional entities that people are talking about now, this non-human intelligence, and the fact that psychedelic use and experimentation is growing, it all seems to fit together in my mind, that maybe it is a secret key and we're meant to find it. The other thing that really jumps out at me is that we kind of, as a race, we seem to model our tech on nature, and reality is regarded as a information structure, a computer program, the matrix, so on and so forth. So, if you look at, it's very difficult to detach yourself. If you look at waking consciousness and the world around us as information, as a computer game, then it's quite easy to picture the creators of said computer game leaving clues to be able to notch us up to higher levels, right? I remember watching Shots of Awe a little while ago, and the guy was talking about maybe civilizations, when they get to a certain point, that they can't, navigate the great filter. And this principle is that as civilizations grow and get more powerful, technologically more powerful, they all die out before they are able to kind of transcend and, become intergalactic species. They get hit by a comet or nuclear war or whatever, and they don't make it. And obviously, when you're travelling across the vastness of space, there's lots of danger, right? There's lots of things to hit travelling at high speeds and so on and so forth with our conventional physics, right? So maybe civilizations get to a point where they develop artificial intelligence, they find dimethyltryptamine, they work out and organise a technology that takes them inwards. They upload their consciousness to a system, and or they just reality unfolds in a way that they can't comprehend previously, and it turns out that you can slip inwards into these folded dimensions, and that's a much place is safe to be, a place is safe to travel, a place is safe, a safer place. That's a much that civilizations kind of fold into these dimensions, and that they are safer places to inhabit and safer places to travel, etc. I don't know. Obviously it's all hypothetical, isn't it? But yeah, so maybe that is the goal, that you go inwards, you don't go outwards. You go out, you go in, but then maybe in is out and out is in. Who knows? Who knows? But it's awesome to think about, and it's lovely to speculate on. So that's it. Now let me get back to the original story. This beautiful synchronicity. So during that evening, it took us, I don't know, half an hour, 3/4 of an hour of really racking our brains to think of Occam's razor. And we got there in the end. But the next day I was out with my wife and kids, and we were having a lovely afternoon out in our local town, and we went for some lunch. And like I said, the Dimitri does throw up uncanny synchronicities, and I've gone to the bar to order a drink, and the girl serving at the bar has come to the bar, took my order, we exchanged pleasantries. She turned around to walk away to get my drinks, and plastered right across the back of her t-shirt were the words Occam's razor, which was just, I nearly fell over. I literally nearly fell over. Occam's razor, by all accounts, is a band, an indie band, and they had been recently in the area doing some kind of show. I asked her why she wearing a t-shirt that said Occam's razor. She told me that they were a local band and that they'd done a gig, and she'd bought a t-shirt a couple of nights before. And then a day or so later, I'm driving through the local city where we are, and I see on the bus stop a big poster with Occam's razor on it. Now, Occam's razor is not something that you generally see on t-shirts and on people's on bus stops, but it was there, sure as eggs are eggs. A little tip of the cap that we're back in the game, and that the game knows we know. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you like the video, don't just scroll by. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're whacking it forwards. We've got the memberships now. You've got 3 levels of membership. You've got sub breakthrough with your basic perks of, replying to comments guaranteed, content that comes to you guys before anybody else. And then the next level, there's a private WhatsApp group with me, Justin, and the boys. We're going to get involved in this experimentation situation. And then level 3 is perks building on perks, and merchandise included at a knockdown price once that comes, which is coming very soon. And then also a 2 or twice a year bi-annually meetup where we will meet you guys and shoot videos with you. That's the big membership, but anything will do just to support the channel. I know it sounds like begging, but it sort of is, and if you like it, just smash the button, subscribe to the channel. We're going places. It's going to be awesome. and we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.